Welcome back to Happy Professional Training. In this video, we will continue learning how to answer situational interview questions in a way that clearly shows interviewers you are the right fit for the job. If you need more details on what a situational interview is and how to use the STAR method with examples, check the description below for part 1. Before we begin, here's a quick reminder about the STAR method. STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, and Result. This structure helps you give clear and detailed answers. First, describe the situation, then explain the task you had to complete, followed by the actions you took, and finally share the results. Now, let's go through the next set of questions. How do you handle working under pressure? Employers ask this because every job has stressful moments. They want to know if you can handle it without panicking. If you say something like this, that's not convincing. Let's use storytelling to make it better. In my final year of college, I had multiple deadlines in the same week. Instead of stressing out, I created a structured plan, focused on one task at a time, and took short breaks to stay productive. By following my plan, I managed to complete everything on time without feeling overwhelmed. Next, can you give an example of a time you took initiative? This question checks if you are a proactive person who solves problems. Being proactive is highly valued in the workplace. But what does it mean to be proactive? A proactive person doesn't just wait for instructions or problem to arise. Instead, they take action before things become an issue. Employers appreciate this because it shows initiative and responsibility. But if you answer something like this, it's too vague. Let's make this better. During my internship, I noticed our team was struggling to keep track of tasks. There was no system to see who was doing what. Instead of just complaining, I created a shared spreadsheet where everyone could update their progress. This made our workflow faster and more organized. My manager liked it so much that they decided to keep using it even after my internship ended. Here's the next question. Tell me about a time when you had to persuade someone to see things your way. This tests your communication and persuasion skills. If you say something like this, it's not convincing because it shows no effort. Let's make it better. In a college project, my team wanted to follow a certain strategy, but I felt it wouldn't work. Instead of arguing, I researched a better approach, gathered some examples, and presented my findings logically. At first, they weren't convinced, but when I showed real life examples and potential benefits, they agreed with my idea. In the end, our project was a success and we even got the highest grade. Next, describe a time when you had to multitask. Remember, many jobs require juggling multiple tasks at once. Let's see how you can highlight this skill. If you say something like this, it is too generic. Let us show better how you can manage multiple tasks effectively. You can say, during my part time job, I had to assist customers, restock shelves, and handle billing, sometimes all at once. Instead of getting overwhelmed, I prioritized urgent tasks while keeping an eye on everything else. I also learned to work efficiently without rushing, ensuring customers got the best service. This experience made me better at time management and staying calm under pressure. Have you ever had to deal with an unexpected challenge? Employers love problem solvers. This question tests your ability to think on your feet. If you say something like this, it's not good because there are no details involved. Let's add little more details to this. You could say, in a coding competition, our team faced a sudden technical glitch just before submitting a project. Instead of panicking, I quickly troubleshot the issue, found an alternative solution, and we managed to submit it on time. Our project didn't just work, it actually performed better than expected, and we secured second place. Now that you have learned more about answering situational interview questions, be sure to watch the next video for part 3 of our series where we'll cover even more scenarios. All the best in your interview preparations.